I've lived in both Texas and Utah, and here's what no one told me before I moved. Most people think Texas is the cheaper, easier choice, but in some cases, it can actually cost you more than Utah. That's just one of the big surprises I learned the hard way. So stick with me for a few minutes. I'll break down cost, lifestyle, and what I call a quick fit test, so you can feel completely confident about your decision. All right, let's start with the biggest myth: cost. Everyone loves to talk about Texas having no state income tax. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the catch. Property taxes in Texas are 2 to 3 times higher than Utah's property taxes. So if you own a home, that no income tax perk, it can get wiped out pretty fast. And here's something most people get wrong. Texas isn't always cheaper overall. At a statewide level, Utah actually averages about 4 to 5% less in living costs. But, and this is where it gets tricky, it depends on where you live. If you're moving to Salt Lake City, get ready for higher housing prices. But if you're looking at Dallas or Houston, you'll pay 40 to 50% less for a similar house than you would in Salt Lake. So Texas only feels cheaper if you pick the right city. Statewide, Utah quietly wins. Okay, but cost isn't everything. Let's talk about how you'll actually live in these places. Here's where things get personal. Your lifestyle. Utah is built for outdoor lovers. Think skiing, hiking, mountain biking, and 5 national parks. Texas, completely different vibe. Big cities, huge job market, and way more cultural variety. So the real question isn't just which is cheaper. It's, do you want an outdoor paradise or do you want a job magnet with a big city energy? If you're the kind of person who loves being outside every weekend, Utah will feel like home. If you thrive on career growth, networking, and diverse food and culture, Texas will keep you busy. And speaking of daily life, this next part is something most people don't even think about before they move. This one might seem small, but it affects your happiness every single day. Utah's average commute is just 21 minutes. Texas, if you're in Austin or Houston, traffic can be brutal. Some people spend over an hour a day stuck in their car. In safety, Utah generally ranks lower in crime, especially for families. So ask yourself, do you care more about saving a few $1,000s a year? Or do you want to spend less time sitting in traffic and feel safer day to day? Here's something people don't post about on Instagram. A lot of Utahns are leaving because they feel priced out. And Texans, tons of people move in for jobs, but many are shocked when high property taxes and infrastructure strain hits them. I've met more than a few who said if I'd known what traffic and taxes were really like, I might have picked somewhere else. So which one's right for you? Here's my quick fix test. Choose Utah if you want short commutes, outdoor lifestyle, scenic beauty, and lower crime. Choose Texas if you want bigger job opportunities, lower home prices in most metros, more cultural and geographic variety. Think about which of those lists makes you nod your head more. Look, the right state isn't just about money, it's about how you want to live every single day. Now you've got the info to stop second guessing and feel confident about your choice. And if you're leaning toward Utah, I can show you actual homes you can afford based on what we talked about. Just text me your price range and the area you're curious about. My number's in the description. Good luck, and I hope this helps you make the best move for you and your family.